Yes, people. Hope you are all well and welcome back to the daily streams regarding Liverpool content. As you know, for the past week, we have taken a bit of a break in terms of making content, in terms of the streams. We've only done one stream in the past week, and obviously that was a Diego Jota stream, and yeah, we're gonna be having some guests coming on today's show. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Right, so if anyone wants to come on, we're going to be speaking a bit about the transfer stuff. We've got to speak about Diaz, transfer request, Darwin Nunez, Isak. We've got a lot of topics. Big up to everyone. If anyone wants to jump on and dive in, chop up all the topics, just click the link and I'll invite them onto the stage. But yeah, I kindly everyone hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribing. We're already on 21 likes. Wow. What a start to the stream already, man. Appreciate it, everyone. If you are new, make sure you are subscribing. We're on the road to 2,000 subs. And yeah, we're very much getting there. Hopefully, I can get this before the start of the new season. Don't worry about it, mate. We'll reschedule soon. So if you're doing a show on your channel anytime soon, you got my Twitter and stuff anyway. But I will do a show tomorrow. So if you can jump on tomorrow, then yeah. Appreciate that, big man. But yeah, let's dive into the first topic of the stream and the big hot topic breaking from Florian Plettenberg that Luis Diaz has submitted a transfer request to leave Liverpool. Now, I did a video on this yesterday regarding the Luis Diaz situation as to what my thoughts are about him wanting to leave the football club. It goes as very simple as this. I think a lot of people in the community would have seen the video of him having a good time with his mates, you could say. Obviously, that was on the day of the unfortunate passing of Diego Jota's funeral. And for me, that didn't sit well with me. And we all saw the quotes yesterday of him basically saying that he is talking to parties. I do think Luis Diaz will be sold. And I said to people for the past 2 months, since I started making the transfer news streams and videos, I've got a feeling he gets sold. And I said this, and thousands of people have come through the streams and abused me and said, "You're chatting rubbish. You don't know what about. Luis Diaz is not going to leave the football club." And it looks like, in my opinion, and according to reports and sources, that he is going to be leaving the football club this season. And but I wouldn't take everything with Florian Plettenberg with a pinch of salt, mainly due to the fact that let's not forget regarding Liverpool, he has been reliable over the past couple of months. He was very, very reliable in the Wirtz saga. However, when he said that Wirtz wanted number 10, he was heavily wrong. And obviously, Wirtz did come out on Instagram and say, like, look, I respect players along the lines of that. Why are you so obsessed with Newcastle players? Get real, bin dipper. I mean, I won't say I'm obsessed with Newcastle players, man. I'm just going based off reports. Today's a transfer stream. We're talking about the news regarding Liverpool. And right now, Anthony Gordon and Alexander Isak are hot topics regarding Liverpool. I understand you don't want your players to be sold, but unfortunately, you're being linked. Your players are being linked with football clubs. So, which is my football club, so we are going to talk about it. Now, that's not all regarding Luis Diaz as to him putting in a transfer request, because there has been other stuff regarding him, which I'm going to put up on screen for you. Let me just find the bookmark of the tweet. So that was not all. As to him, which I thought was, interesting. This is also that came out. So this is what Luis Diaz actually did come out. He basically came out in a video and said it wasn't an interview. He just came out in a random video and said this. Luis Diaz on his future. At the moment, we are negotiating with Liverpool and all interested parties. I'm calm and happy at Liverpool. I think it'll be over and try to make the best decision. So when you break down that, quotes there, He said he's interested in Liverpool, but he's also interested in other parties. So he's effectively potentially negotiating for a new contract, and he's potentially negotiating moving away from the football club. Now, for me, the timings of him, it just doesn't suit right. This is a player, right, who we've given a lot of respect to over the past 18 months. With the when his father got kidnapped, we supported him. Through other situations, we supported him. When Liverpool were actually willing to be selling him last summer, we supported him as a fan base. And he repays us by basically the way he's been flirting with football clubs, the way he's been flirting with Bayern Munich, Barcelona. And for me personally, again, it just doesn't sit right with me. If you want to leave, leave. Don't dilly and dally and mess about. Leave the football club. It's a very simple as that. But I'm going to get into some of the comments anyway, and then we'll dive back into it. Big up yourself, mate. Smash the likes on your way in. Big up to N90. Big up to everyone. Big up to the community. Yes, man. Yep, Diaz will be sold. He ain't getting any big wage up pool, and we're going to be mugged off with the selling price. So Barca or Bayern, no games or silly money. Smash the likes and subscribe. Yeah, if you are new, make sure you are smashing the likes and you are subscribing to the channel. Where was I going to bring up? Yeah, I agree with that. I think Luis Diaz is in a situation, I said this for many times, I feel like because he's in his final 2 years of his contract, clubs are going to be naturally interested in him. He had a very good season at the football club as well, so he's going to have natural interests. And I feel like he's looking at this from a situation of he just wants big money or he's going to be off. Because at Bayern Munich, he'll get decent wage. He knows at Barcelona, he will get a decent wage. I mean, if you just look at the Bayern Munich wage bill alone, let's have a look at the Bayern Munich wage bill for you. So he's going to be on decent dough at Bayern if he was to go to Bayern. Look at some of the highest earners. You're telling me he's not going to be earning more money than obviously Leroy Sané, who's gone. So he's going to be getting easily 200 grand plus a week. You're telling me he's not going to be earning way more money than Kim Min-jae's, your Polinias, your Upanucanos, your Guerreras. He'll probably get given somewhere between 200 to 320 a week at Bayern Munich. He'll probably sign that 4 or 5 year contract, and then maybe halfway through that contract, he could very much well go to Saudi. And we know that Saudi Arabia is going to be naturally paid big dough anyway. Smash the likes and subscribe. Yep. Big up to Reacts. Big up to yourself, mate. Can't play wage game with Liverpool. You'll be sold easily. Liverpool need loyal players. Liverpool need players that want to play for the football club. That's what I want. After what's happened, in the past week, I want the togetherness. I want the mentality to be able to fight for this badge at this football club right now. That's what I want to be seeing. I don't want to be seeing players that don't want to be playing for us, that want to be moved away from other clubs. Because other than that, I'm sorry, you will be sold. No games. You will be sold. And it's as simple as that, in my opinion. We need to get rid of every single player that doesn't want to 100% be there. Exactly. That's my mentality for the season. This season is going to come down to mindset and mentality and will to win. And we know this Liverpool team does naturally have that. But effectively, that's what I want to see. And it's as simple as that. But that's not all regarding the Diaz situation. So a source has come out and said there has been a gentleman's agreement between Luis Diaz and Liverpool to allow him to leave the club without a problem for 80 million euros. 80 million euros in pounds is about 68 million. which with Bayern Munich putting alleged bids, I could see that being somewhat correct, that Liverpool probably do let him go for that sort of price. I think Liverpool needs to be effective. If we're not willing to if he's willing to go and we're not willing to give him a new contract, just accept a bid. If I'm being honest with you, just accept a bid. And this is another source that we are going to be speaking about Rodrygo, because there are links with Rodrygo and Gordon as potential replacements when regarding Luis Diaz on that left-hand side. Now, I just think he goes, guys, and then Bill are coming out saying that Liverpool are reaching an agreement, they're close. This is what Christian Fuchs had to say, that Luis Diaz has told Bayern Munich he wants to join the club this summer. And that's obviously now looks like it's coming out now that he does want to be leaving the club. People, let me know down below how do you want this Diaz situation to be resolved? I don't know how to put this, but is Luis Diaz really making the right decision for himself? Surely Barca are better for his career. I think it's more because Barcelona won't actually pay the money. I think it's more that. It's not really coming down to that, in my opinion. 1 second, people. Appears we are getting a bit of lag. That should fix. So Diaz and Canate, they 100% don't want to stay. We're going to speak about Canate. We are going to speak about Canate. Don't worry. Luis Diaz has a stupid personality, to be fair, as well. Barcelona doesn't want to pay. Exactly. That's one of the reasons why I think he would go to Barcelona. But ultimately, Barcelona not willing to pay the money. That's the thing. Barcelona guys are not willing to pay the big money that would be required for Luis Diaz, as to why he's not going to go there. Bayern also have a really old training facility. There's a lot of work that needs to be done at Bayern Munich, and I said this when one of the reasons as to why I think we will sign Florian Wirtz is because Bayern Munich have got a lot of work to do. Diaz 75 million gone to Bayern. Let's get Isak and we're good, or at least Taylor from Ajax on the cheap. So you want to go from Alexander Isak to Taylor from Ajax? Really? I mean, we are going to speak to strikers later on in the show. But people, if you are enjoying the show, make sure you are smashing the like button and you are subscribing. We are 3 likes away from 30. So we want to try and push towards 50 into the stream. And if you are also watching on the playback, and also we want to try and push towards 2,000 subscribers before the start of the new season. The start of the new season is in just over a month. So yeah, that's one of the funny that was quite funny, D. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, we're gonna run a poll. Do you think Diaz will be sold? Yes. No. Now, I've run this poll a lot over the summer. When I first ran it at the start of the summer, I think it was like something like 70% people thought he would stay. I think that vote should be very much in favour of Liverpool are gonna be selling him. You would think, but it looks like, yeah, also that Liverpool do have a gentleman's agreement with him. Now, there's been a lot of talk about his wages. Diaz is on 55 grand a week. I very much doubt he's on a more than that. And now this is what came out yesterday. Also, Bayern are willing to pay 50.16 million. Why such a weird offer? 51 mil plus 0.6 million plus possible bonuses for Diaz. So a total package for Bayern Munich will pay in 80 million. Is that fair? For me, what, so 30 million add-ons? I very much doubt they're going to pay 30 million add-ons. I think Liverpool will probably reach a deal for about 60 to 65 million. And then a couple of bits of add-ons in there. He's turning 29 though, isn't he, this year? I thought he already turned 29. No, I thought he's turning. Yeah, he's 28 in the year. He's 28. Yeah, check him out. He's better. Got Player of the Year in Holland. Fair enough, mate. You watch Ajax probably a lot more than me. Yeah, he was 28. Says Tony. Yeah, I think. Look, like I said, for a long period of time, I've told people in the chat this on many occasions. We have to think about this, guys. He's got 2 years left. He's going to want big money at some point. It's either Liverpool offer him a new contract or no. And David Ornstein has come out and said on many occasions that Liverpool are not going to be willing to offer him a new contract. So I think personally he is going to be sold. That's just what I think and an opinion. But let's bring up some more info for you. So we'll dive into the left wing spot then. Regarding replacements for Luis Diaz. This is what Footy Insider are coming out and saying. Liverpool are plotting a late move for Anthony Gordon. Newcastle privately value the winger around 100 million. I mean, yeah, he's got that contract safe ability, hasn't he? That's one of the things. Because he signed that new contract, which I believe let me have a look at his contract details. I'll have a look at his contract details. In terms of how many years left. I know he signed that new contract, but I can't remember in terms of what was the payments. So yeah, he's got 5 years left. He's got comfortable amount of time, easily. By the way, Bruno Guimaraes has a 100 mil release clause. I can't lie. I'm surprised that's actually not been activated. I'm surprised someone like a Man City's not activated that. Joe Linton's on 150 grand a week. Yes, Anthony Gordon's on what, 150? I've got a feeling, guys, Gordon is the guy that we get if Diaz is sold. I've said this for a period of time. I think he will be the guy. Unless Anthony Gordon, like someone has just put in the chat, really does come to light and Liverpool really push for their interest in him. Let's go through some of the comments. To strengthen the team, reinforcement and serial winners, Liverpool FC should consider Isak, Loney, Rodrygo and Edison. You know, think about Liverpool. Big up. Appreciate the kind words. Harder to get pots in the Scottish League than there. Like, comment, share and subscribe. Big up to yourself. Yeah, 100%. Rest in peace to Diego and Andre. People that know, I recently moved. Now, I am building a setup. There is a reason for the green screen that is on right now, because I'm building the whole setup in the background. And I want it to be a full surprise. I'm going to do a massive setup tour when it's built. It should all, because I'm building a massive backdrop, everything that's going to be on the desk and everything. So in the next 2 weeks, we've got a big announcement coming to the channel and the setup, and some very interesting things I can't wait to share on the channel. And also vlogs for next season at Anfield. When I go to games, we're going to be vlogging them. I'm getting a camera. I was looking last night at some cameras, and it looks like I've made my decision on the camera. So the Bilbao game, I'm going to be vlogging, and the Bournemouth game. I'm going to the Bournemouth game as well, so I'm going to be vlogging that as well and putting some other clips and bits and pieces up on the channel. Priorities are attackers and centre-back. At the minute, Edison won't happen and not good enough. The thing is about Edison is he's going to be not highly on the list, mainly due to the fact of Liverpool are just simply focusing on other areas. We've got other areas of focus. 100 mil for Gordon's crazy. Eze is a 10 on left wing. Congrats on the move. Big up to yourself, mate. Yeah. Match reaction vlog. I'm going to do the content for next season is going to be something a lot of channels have not done, and I'm really looking forward to it. And some of the ideas I'm thinking of trying to trademark it, because I know content creators are going to be stealing these ideas when it's coming to watchalongs, vlogs, your match reactions and stuff like that. That style of content, you're going to see content that's not really been seen and done before. So I'm very excited to be doing that. And obviously, I'm in talks with someone right now who's obviously very good at graphics and stuff like that, who's going to be helping me do that. So, yeah, big moves. I like it. Yeah, man. That's the one thing when you're doing YouTube, you've got to evolve. You've got to have your own, what's the word? Your own space and your own path. You know, I feel like that's one thing that content creators lack, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, Diaz for 80 million. Are you taking Gordon? Because there is a lot of talk around Anthony Gordon right now with sources and links. The poll. Do you think Diaz will be sold? 100%. Yes. So yeah, people do think Gordon will be sold. By the way, guys, we are 3 likes away from 30. Make sure you're liking the video and you are subscribing to stay up to date with the latest content. We're gonna have a couple of shorts going out later, and a video going out later today as well. I was actually content of not doing the live stream, mainly due to the fact of I went out last night and I didn't get until 4 a.m. So yeah. Right. People in the chat, what do you want to talk about next? Is it Isak? Do you want to chat Isak? Because I know people are going to want to be talking that. So this is what David Ornstein has had to say regarding Alexander Isak. Full quotes from David Ornstein. The sale of Alexander Isak is not on the agenda for Newcastle. They want him to stay. Well, obviously. They would love him to renew a contract. So many clubs would, I'm sure, like to sign him. We know of Arsenal's previous interest. I'm sure if the door was open, Liverpool would look to try and walk through it. But Newcastle don't intend to open the door. And even if they ever could be tempted to, the price would be extraordinary. The talk of sort of £150 million. So let's see what he wants to do and when they return to pre-season training and what his mindset is out. But for now, he's definitely there to stay. That's what David Ornstein has had to say regarding Alexander Isak. Now, for me, I personally do think Liverpool will still bid. I still think Liverpool will try for Alexander Isak, mainly due to the fact of we've not seen anything really still concrete regarding Hugo Ekitike or other strikers. And we know for some time that Liverpool wants a striker. So are we still indicating that we're still going to go organs in for Isak at some point? The reason why I don't think Liverpool are going to bid right now for him is because they are currently focusing on the sales. I've seen a couple of people talk about this and show a concern. And there was like, oh my God, we've not, this and that has not been sorted. Oh my God, we've not bidded for Isak. I'm like, guys, relax. The reason why Liverpool have not bidded is because they are currently focusing on your outgoings. You know, like you've got like your Diaz's, like your Isaks of these. Well, that's why Liverpool have not done any business in that regards. You know, but 100% Liverpool will be returning to the table, in my opinion. I wouldn't get concerned. You know, I'm confident Liverpool will bid for Isak. Now, when I say confident Liverpool will bid for Isak, whether obviously the bid gets accepted is another thing. But I do think Liverpool will try and test the waters for Isak. I think it'd be ludicrous if we didn't even try. So I do 110% expect for that to happen. So I wouldn't be too concerned, guys. Right, what was I going to bring up? Let's go through some of the chat and see what they think. Isak, 2%. Swap deals, the only hope, to be honest. Just an opinion, though. You agree? What, in a swap deal? I'm trying to think that who could be in there for a swap deal. Elliot? Could Elliot be involved? Let's go back through the chat. Smash the likes, people. 29, get them up. Appreciated, yeah. Big up to yourself, mate. You're always supporting the stream. And yeah, by the way, we're 4 subscribers away from 1,730. So let's try and push towards that today. I think Elliot, we know Newcastle have had interest. So yeah, potentially Tsimikas, Elliot, Chiesa. I doubt Tsimikas. I've said this for a while. I've said it also. I think Tsimikas goes Leeds. I think Elliot will go to either a Brighton or a Newcastle, and I think Chiesa will go to someone like a Napoli. Robbo to Newcastle. No, I don't think Robertson goes to another Premier League club. Still, outgoings, is it a concern? Are you indicating there's not been many outgoings? Is that a concern? No. Because you have to think, right? Darwin Nunez is being negotiated right now with Liverpool, so he'll be gone. Realistically, how many players do I think will still leave? Diaz, Darwin, Elliot, Chiesa, Tsimikas, Chiesa, Darwin, Diaz, Elliot, Tsimikas. I think there's guaranteed 5 more players. I think Liverpool aren't too fussed about your Tsimikas's getting sold yet, because I feel like those will be deals that will be done late in the windows. I think they're more focusing on your Diaz's situation right now, your Darwin Nunez situation right now, because 1, they're going to bring in the most money, and 2, then the most likely options to be sold. Watch Newcastle sign Ekitike. That's going to be an interesting one. We are going to be speaking about Hugo Ekitike, because I do think that situation really is interesting as to regards how that's going to heat up. Kanate, give them Kanate deal will be all right. Kanate to Newcastle. I would be surprised if it happened, if I'm being truly honest. But you never know in football, mate. Let me. Big up to Key in the chat. You well? Yeah, I'm well. I'm well right now. Big up to Ant in the chat. Get those likes of people, or you're a Darwin Nunez. Yeah, guys, if you don't want to be a Darwin Nunez, yeah. I hope you're well though, mates. Really emotional right now in Liverpool. Let's go through some more of the chat. Rodrygo would be cheaper than Gordon. No way. Newcastle sellers Isak and Gordon. I agree. I don't think they sell us both. I do. I've got a feeling we get one of them. If Newcastle sign Ekitike, not a chance they are signing an £80 million backup. Yes, I mean if you look at their attacks, they're gonna have Murphy. Let's just pretend they don't sell. Murphy, Gordon, Isak, Ekitike, Elanga. That's 6 attackers. Harvey Barnes. That's 7. Newcastle are going to have to sell at least one, in my opinion. I just don't see a world where they could potentially sign Ekitike as well and have 7 attackers. And you're selling them for the price of those values. Murphy will be a backup. Fair enough. Cool. Isak, Gordon, and Elanga is probably your front 3. Are you really spending that much money on Hugo Ekitike to come in and be a backup? Alongside with all the other players. Harvey Barnes has had a very good season as well. I just think it's a bit unlikely, in my opinion. I think the club has stopped business for now. There's a reason it's gone transfer-wise. Yes. In terms of outgoings, yes. Hence why most of the news right now around the club is outgoings. I believe it's not coming from Liverpool side of things. I think it's mainly coming from the respective countries or teams wherever they're after our players from. But I do think it will return very soon, in my opinion. This is what Craig Hope has had to say on the Isak situation. Newcastle will offer Alexander Isak the number 9 jersey vacated by Callum Wilson. Obviously, he's going to be leaving the club. However, there is no guarantee he will take it. In terms of his future, the interest from Liverpool is real, but they need to generate the funds for the deal. That would be extremely expensive, a British transfer record of at least 150 million. The message is very clear. He is not for sale. We know he's not for sale. But like I said on many occasions, I do think my reasons as to why I think the deal could happen would be solely down to Alexander Isak himself. Alexander Isak will have to play a massive and significant part in terms of rejecting offers, maybe rejecting the number 9 shirt. If he gets offered that number 9 shirt, yeah, he's staying. He's done. Because you don't accept the number 9 and think, nah, I'm going to go in a couple of weeks. No. Or if he accepts the contract. So he's in a big situation right now. Gun to my head, I still think he will stay. But gun to my head, I do think Liverpool will bid. So make of that what you will. What should we go over through next? Let me have a look. But yeah, also regarding Hugo Ekitike, Fabrizio Romano has spoken that Justin Hugo Ekitike is still expected to move to the Premier League. Arsenal will sign Gyökeres, Chelsea signed Delap, City have Haaland, and Liverpool targets Isak. That leaves Manchester United also who are in the hunt. I think Fabrizio Romano did also actually tweet about it. Wow, yeah. By the way, if you've not seen, Gibbs White to Tottenham. Tottenham are actually moving serious. Fair play. What's this about Gyökeres? Gyökeres remains. Yeah. He did give an update on his actual personal Twitter. We are going to be going through Rodrygo, guys, very soon, as Liverpool have been linked with him. So I'm going to be bringing that up when I can find the tweet. Because I think it was posted last night. On his actual Twitter page. So, by the way, guys, if you are new, run up the likes. Have we got 30 likes? Let me have a look. Because as soon as I posted the video yesterday, he tweeted, here we go. Right, Hugo Ekitike keeps attracting interests from the Premier League. Newcastle are keen on the striker. That's what everyone is regarding to. Newcastle are keen. More Premier League clubs remain also informed of the situation at Liverpool and Chelsea calls in June. Al Hilal and Al, I don't know how you pronounce that, Al Qadisa called in recent weeks, but his priority is Europe. So, he wants to move to the Premier League. And it's looking like, in my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if Man United come in for him. I think it's gonna I think he either goes generally to Newcastle, Liverpool, or Manchester United. I think he goes to one of those three. Whoever those three, hopefully he goes to Newcastle, because that will actually increase our odds of getting Alexander Isak, as we all wish and want. Let me just open the window. It's flipping boiling. It is boiling in here. There we go. Should have brought flipping fan in. What an idiot. He's not been sold for them. Price has been talked about. Don't say house not sell. Price on the market. That's the reality. Yep. See, Saudi club offering Ekitike from Atalanta 7 times his wages. Yeah. He's very clear. He's gone there for the bag for 2-3 years, and then he'll go to an actual, probably European team. I think that's because that's what you're seeing with the young players now. When young players are going to Saudi, you're seeing mainly go there for 2-3 years, and then leave. Oh, what was that guy who played in La Liga? He was a midfielder. Viega, I think his name is. He literally left after like a year. Like, a lot of young players will go there for a year or two, collect a mad bag of money, and then go back to Europe, because mainly due to the fact that they know that they won't probably earn that type of money in their career unless they got a mad run. I think we all want our incomings done before we fly to Japan. And when do we fly to Japan? When do we fly to Japan? Because I know we've got a game in Japan at the end of the month. I think it's the 26th against AC Milan. But when do we actually fly to Japan? Because obviously if it's the 10th today, that game's in just over 2 weeks. I do think Darwin Nunez will be sold in the next 2 weeks. I don't think he will. I'll be very shocked if he's on that plane to Japan. Very shocked if he's on that plane to Japan. 20th. So in 10 days. I think he went Porto Viega. Yes, that's who I'm on about. Yes. 20th. What, so we're flying out there a week early? Have a look at the Liverpool fixtures. By the way, guys, if you've not seen, that game will be going ahead against Preston. See, we got a game then on the 26th, and we got this team on the 30th in the J-League World Challenge Final. Woohoo. And then obviously we got Bilbao twice. And then it's the Community Shield. Then obviously Bournemouth. Have you not seen? They've moved that to on Monday night. Like, oh my days. Really? Newcastle on a Monday night. You already know they're already going to be up for it, because that'll be their first home game of the season. Fucking terrific. So yeah, we've got Milan on the 20th. I mean, to be fair, we are going to Japan, so we probably are going to travel out there a week before. Yeah, you probably are right. Don't forget, we will do lots of media as well. That's just with a guess. Yeah, we will do a lot of media stuff. Because obviously we're going to be... It's a pre-season, so it's a chance for our Japanese fans and all that to watch Liverpool. The J-League World Challenge Champions, you'll never sing that. I can't wait to win that. Do you remember when we lost against Man U in the Bangkok Cup final? I think they beat us 4-0. Bruno Fernandes was smiling when he lifted that trophy up. He had a big grin on his face. And Erik ten Hag. Big up to yourself, Philip, mate, joining the stream. Hope you are well. Hope everyone is well on this fine Thursday afternoon. It's a later stream. I was meant to stream at 1 o'clock. But funny enough, shock horror, guys, I went out last night and I didn't get in till about 3:30. And yeah, I woke up at 1 o'clock. Saw that I was meant to do a stream. I was like, whoops. And I had to reschedule about 3 hours later because I wanted to just chill, grab a bit to eat. And yeah, I'm not actually hanging. And if I was, I'll probably put my shades on because yeah. If any of you guys have been Fusion in Liverpool, you'll know. But yeah, so Ekitike, guys. Ekitike also keen on the Newcastle striker. Is that indicating they're going to go for him, or is that indicating whether, if there was to sell Alexander Isak, that would be their most good replacement? I do think that's interesting. I do think that is really, really, really interesting as to regards to him. We'll see if we've got any more Isak updates. Let me have a look. Have we got more Isak updates for you all? As to regards to Isak, there's not really been any updates barring the quotes from David Ornstein and Craig Hope as to regards to him. Now, the big one I wanted to talk about was Rodrygo. Now, this is what Fabrizio Romano is coming out and saying, that Liverpool's direct meeting for Rodrygo's future will take place next week, as Real Madrid are open to letting him leave. Real will leave the final decision to the Brazilian. Rodrygo won't join Al Nassr, never a topic or even a negotiation despite reports. Full focus on Europe. So basically, Real Madrid are actually willing to let him go, but it is obviously coming down to Rodrygo himself. Now, in my opinion, do I think this will come to light? I think this is genuinely only going to come to light if Liverpool actually sell Luis Diaz. I just don't see a world where we get Rodrygo, and keep Luis Diaz. It's highly, highly unlikely. And don't get me wrong, I would love him at the football club. People know how much I rate him, how much I would love him to join. But I think he's genuinely only going to join Liverpool basically if we sell Luis Diaz. Now, how much would Real Madrid offer? In terms of relations to Real Madrid, we have got good relationships off the pitch, So, obviously, with the Trent Alexander-Arnold thing, etc., we did let him leave for them. So, in terms of, offers for him and stuff like that, I do think Liverpool would have a chance. it all comes down to the sale of Luis Diaz. If we sell Luis Diaz, I do expect Liverpool to really rump up their interest in Rodrygo. I just got a feeling we go for someone of the caliber of Gordon. In my opinion, I really do. I think Liverpool look at that probably as a more, more of a what's the word? What's the word for it? More likely to happen, a more realistic. Seen apparently Italian Serie A game going to be played in Australia. What's the points of Joe grounds? Yep. Luis Diaz doesn't want to stay, etc. I think they're going to sell him. I think we sell him. Simo Rodrygo got apparently slapped Trent, bottling it. I didn't watch it. I think the game was on. I left my house when the game was on, but I did see on my phone that they, what was it, 3 or 4-0? They lost. So, hey, I'm not going to complain now. Next, what, a PSG Chelsea final? Might do a watch along for that. A Chelsea hate watch. I said at the start of the tournament, as long as Chelsea, Man City, or Madrid don't win it, I don't care. Because bun them. So we just need PSG to do the business. Be interesting to see our squad for Preston, how some of our PFR players home. I'll be intrigued. I do think you probably will. I think you'll probably see, because it's not a behind closed doors type game. It's an actual proper pre-season game. I do think you will see some pretty senior players. I think will Wirtz make his debut? I think Milos Kerkez can make his debut. I think you'll probably see a team of Mavadashvili, one of the right backs. You'll either see one of the academy right backs, or you'll see Bradley or Frimpong, etc. I don't know if to do a preview for it. I don't know. I don't know if to do a preview. I'm tempted, but I'll have to wait and see on that. So yeah, that's what Fabrizio Romano has had to say about Rodrygo. Now, there is more news on Rodrygo regarding Liverpool. That obviously, Real Madrid reportedly told Rodrygo he's set to leave the club this summer. I think it just comes down to him. If Rodrygo wants to leave, then I do think Liverpool could very much go all in. And obviously, Liverpool have required about Rodrygo from Real Madrid in case Luis Diaz leaves. The Reds want to be prepared. They like the player very much. So Liverpool are interested in him. Again, like I said many times, it's going to come down to the sale of Luis Diaz. How much money we get for him. If we get a decent chunk, I think Liverpool are 100% going to be in that race. Whether we get him or don't, but I do think we will be in the race. And obviously, Graham Bailey-Corso coming out and speaking that Liverpool are one of the clubs that are contacted Rodrygo's camp. Graham Bailey reporting. So there's a couple of people talk about now Liverpool with Rodrygo. Is that because the sale of Luis Diaz is probably going to be happening? I like to see Rio. Yes. Doherty, Dan's, Nala, plus all our signings, give them a run out. I feel like people like Wirtz and that, they might wait. With our new signings, I feel like they might wait for the Japan tour. But I am gonna do a stream for it. I do think. I think it's on ITV. So I'm tempted to do a stream. Might do a stream. You guys will have to let me know if you want to see a stream, and I will do a stream for it. We'll do another 5 or so, 10. We'll do another 10 or so minutes. Welcome to Liverpool, Isak. I wish. What else did I want to bring up? Was that regarding yeah, more news about Ekitike there. Can't lie, guys. I'm just seeing a lot of stuff about Tottenham. Yeah, Tottenham getting Kudus. Here we go. Tottenham getting Gibbs White now. Who have they signed so far? They're actually making some decent pickups, and they've got a good manager in charge now, Thomas Frank. If they can keep some certain players fit, like Mickey van der Vens, and bring in a good one or two more good forwards, I think Tottenham can have a really good season and push on from winning the cup. What else? Yeah, just a bit more on Gordon. This is what everything Newcastle has had to say. I don't mean to put a damper on things, but I still think Gordon's a Liverpool this summer. Just keep an eye on that Diaz situation. Liverpool looks like Barcelona are very keen, and so do Bayern. Going to be a long summer. Yep. We'll just share that tab a minute while I bring up something. Some of the outgoings, some more news on the outgoings, guys. I'm going to bring that up regarding Darwin Nunez. Yeah, that after selling Osham and Napoli, set for a new round of talks with Darwin Nunez, who remains the main target. Nunez has given total priority to Napoli. Yeah, we've seen that about Kanate. No, where did I see this? About the Darwin Nunez. Yeah, obviously Liverpool did reject it for Nunez of 50 million euros. I think the next one, in my opinion, will be accepted. I'll be shocked. I do think the next one probably will be accepted. And I do think he will then make his way to Napoli, guys. And that'll be it. This story will be over. Your voice is like ASMR. Well, yeah, I mean, because I'm right next to my mic. Let's go through the chat. We've got 3 left backs at the moment. Yeah, one of them will be sold to Simicast. Hello, Liverpool fans. Do welcome Isak, Arsenal, and Chelsea fans. Don't sell to rivals. Yep. So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up the show, guys, in the next couple of minutes. I'll do a quick hour today because I've got a couple of bits and bobs I have got to do, unfortunately. So yeah, but we are gonna be live. What day is it tomorrow? Friday, isn't it? So yeah, what content you can expect is Friday. Will be a big show. We always do a big show on Friday. We always do 2-3 hours on a Friday. Friday is always a big show. We'll also have a couple of videos out. Saturday, I am busy on Saturday, but I'm gonna try and get an early morning stream. And what else? Sunday we'll probably do a morning stream, and obviously we'll also do a watch along for the Preston game. Plus we'll do a match reaction as well. I think all this Rodrygo and Isak talk is a smoke screen. Will someone who's not really made it bit as potential. So you think Isak and Rodrygo is a smoke screen? Smash the likes and subscribe. Yeah, if you're not new, make sure you're doing so. AC Milan play home game versus Girona. Girona in Australia. This game is finished. Pre-season though, innit? It's pre-season, innit? What are the time differences for our Japan games? Because I remember last year, man was watching flipping, Man United Liverpool at like 3 a.m. Let me have a look. Has the time been confirmed? Milan at 7:30 at night, and then 1 at 11:30 in the morning. Was that at night? Oh, in the morning. Buy tickets. Yeah, make sure you're doing so, everyone. But yeah, guys, I do appreciate you all tuning in. Nice to be back on the content, and yeah, expect big things to come to the channel in the coming weeks. We're gonna get back into that routine. So I want to get back into that. So I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Thank you all, and yeah, let me know what your thoughts on the today's transfer news in the comments. No, it's a league game. Wait, what? When's that? Oh my god, yeah, if that's the case, then yeah, I don't know then. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. And is anyone live we can redirect to? Let me have a look. Anyone that we can redirect? No one's live. To be fair, no one's live. So I don't know. But yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Good hour stream today. And yeah, take care. We're back. And I'll see you all tomorrow for a big Friday stream as usual. Take care. Outside.